who are joining me after on the rerun when this is all played back. I'm just going to get my iPod set up so that I can join you guys and chat with you all because I can't see the screen just yet. Right, let's get myself set up. Right. Oh, where is my screen? Oh, there we go. I've got the screen now. So how is everyone? And hiya! How are you? How you doing? Hi to everyone joining me. Hiya! So I'll let everyone come and get set. Well, I'm set up, but I'll let some people come in. So if anyone's watching this on the rerun, you can just skip along to when I open the book. Hi Nikki. Hi Jazz. Hi Elizabeth. Hi everyone. Hi Dennis. Hi Rebecca. Yeah, I'll give people like five-ish minutes. Hi Selena. Hi Louise. Because I'm a little bit early. Hi Melissa. I'm a little bit early today. I think I'm 10 minutes early. I get myself on, let everyone set up. Hi everyone. So how is everyone? I'm like a, hi mum. I'm like a potato sitting in an oven. I'm roasting. I'm like a roasting potato today. I'm not even kidding you. I'm so hot. I feel like I'm like a baked potato in an oven. I'm so hot. I just can't cool down today. So I'll let everyone get on and set up and get their drinks and stuff. And then I'll start. And I'm going to start with some happy mail. Which I am overwhelmed with, and I thanked the person humongously. Hiya! Nikki, did you ring my bell? Did you ring my bell? And then you can. Rebecca, I can't with Tilly. I have to shut the front room windows, but I've got the fan on, but the fan's not on me, because if I have the fan here, it's going to blow the papers. Hi, Kim. But I have got a Ribena with some ice. You rang my bell. But I'm so hot. I'm so hot. Well, Louise, we've got lovely happy mail today, and well, all I can say is I am floored. Hiya. So, I'll let everyone come on. I'll give it another 5 minutes. Because there's some people that join me at 4, and then we are going to continue with our Sirena girl. So I'll put this open because we've got something to look at then, haven't we? I know, me too. Hiya! Hi everyone. So is anyone like me? Are they like a roasting potato today? Because seriously, I feel like someone's put me in the oven and switched it on to 200 because I'm so hot. I'm so hot. Thanks, Nikki. We're gonna carry on with her today, and I've got a plan. I've just taken my pills, literally, because I've not been in a good way. I'm not going to talk about it because this is our escape time, but I've not been very good recently with it all. So it's such a nice thing to be able to come back and talk to you all, and not have that, you know, hanging over me. Yeah, she's up and about. She's sitting there at the door of her cage, just sitting at the door, because her door's open all times. Only when the windows are open I shut her in, but she's open. She's chatting away, she's screaming because she's talking to me, because I'm talking, aren't you? Yeah. Hi, Charlotte. So, should I jump in or should I give people a couple more minutes? What should I do? Because I'm usually on at 4. Hiya! See, if everyone's still coming in. We've still got our guests. So welcome to today's. I'm not going to say show. Look, welcome to today's live stream. You're gonna see it, Nikki, and it's a good one. I'm like, drum roll. It's a good one. I'm still overwhelmed. Like, I was shaking when they came in. Shaking. I've got a couple of things to show you and then we're going to dive back into this. Okay, so I will start with Happy Mail. So, you all know me. I never expect a thing. I never ask for anything. I'm one of those, I'm just happy to be here, happy to show you things, happy to just spend some time with everyone. So I'll start off with what I bought myself first. Hiya! Hi, Shilly. So, I don't know if anybody saw, but I'll zoom you in. There was a couple of new Fine Tech paints that was released last week, which was Fiji and Mermaid, these two. This one and this one. These were released last weekend as their brand new paints, but I wanted a couple more, so I just made up. They come individually, I'll show you. So they come like this in these round pot things, and they've got like this hole. And then you buy this container separately. So you pop them all in. So I bought a 6 container, and these were the main reason why I bought these, but I wanted to buy 4 more so that I could fill this all up. So I was really happy with these because I love using these. Now, hiya! These aren't what I use all over my page, but for definitely for sections and accents and things, I definitely love using these. So these are the colours, and they are super shiny. So we've got the new two, like the 2 new ones, which is Fiji and Mermaid, which are these 2 here. And then I bought Inca Gold, Moss Green, Silver Grey and Red. Now when you just lay them flat, you don't see any shine whatsoever. But when you put them in the sun, in the light, and do your thing about them, they shine and they are beautiful. So they're not cheap. I'm not even going to say they're cheap. They're like, these were on special last weekend because they were an introductory price. Hiya! And the rest of them I made up, and it cost me like £30 with this as well. So 6 of them plus the case, which is really nice and compatible, and you can walk around with it, you can take it anywhere you want really, can't you? This cost me the whole thing £30, which I didn't think was too bad, and I hadn't bought myself anything this month because, you know, life takes over and that's just generally how it goes. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to get them. So I did. So the Fiji one, I have to say, I mean, look at that. It's just stunning. It's stunning, and it just dries amazing. Now the Mermaid one is like a 2-tone. So it's got this shine to it, and you know, it's like a blue tone, but it's pink, and it's, what colour is it? I love it. Also love the red. The red is so shiny. Sorry, excuse my voice there. So I treated myself to that because I do use them in my books. So I really love these, and you know, it's so you buy them on the site, and the site is called Coliro. So if you go into Coliro I think it's DE, you can find them on there. Hiya, hi Laura, hi everyone coming in. So you can buy them on there. Now obviously you don't necessarily want to do a whole picture in these paints, but I do use them in like my Hannah Carlson books and stuff, because she has a lot of jewellery and, you know, things that I just really want to shine, and a pencil's not going to get that full effect for me, and I just preferably just like to use these, and they're just really nice. So I do highly recommend them. If you can treat yourself at some point, you don't have to buy a full set, you can just buy 2 or 1, or you don't have to buy lots, you can just buy a few. So it's entirely up to you, or you can buy a 6, you can buy the thing to put them in the case, you can do what you want, you can mix and match them. So that's, you know, that's my first thing. I got them for myself. It does. I went for a blue today, but then I smudged them. I smudged my pink now. Well, I thought, oh, I'm just not redoing them. What's the point? Oh God, I can't be bothered. So I'm going to zoom you back out. Then I got myself the puppy book because, oh, I'm always knocking things. This is the puppy Polish book, and I don't like doing animals, you know I don't. I'm not an animal colouring person. I love my animals, I love my pets, love all things animals. But I just really loved this because the animal on the page is small and yet the background is really detailed, and I love all the detail in the background. So I won't do a full flip through, I'm just going to give you a quick God, my throat. I'll give you a quick flip of just a few pages. So they're kind of just really nice and, you know, just cute. And there's one in here that reminds me of my Chip. Which one was it? This one, because he loves shoes. So yeah, this is something I love. Ah, thanks, Lou. So yeah, I got that for myself. And then the Happy Mail came in. And are you prepared? Because I wasn't. Not at all. This lady has become a great friend, and I adore her. And these arrived, and I am overwhelmed by the generosity and just no words. There are no words when someone does something like that. No words. I'm sorry about the glare. I can't do anything about the glare. So these are the 84 set of the Neos, and yeah, my heart raced. My heart absolutely raced. So we're going to make some wonderful things with these, and I can only say thank you a million times. I mean, she knows this already. I've said it and I can't say it enough, but oh my goodness. So yeah, I still, you know, when you're just, I'm speechless. So we'll get into, I'm going to do a swatch of these as well. I haven't done one yet, by the way. So these are the Neos, and I have used my Neos because I had a 30 set and I love them. And oh, we'll get down. So they've got all these wonderful colours and they're just so gorgeous. Hi, Kate! So I am overwhelmed, and I have used these and I can't say thank you enough. I've used Neos in previous pictures, but I only had a 30 set, so yeah. That was that, and it doesn't end there, guys. It doesn't end there. I'll show you the other thing that came. And yeah, I mean, are you ready? Are you ready? So the next big thing that came, I'm not quite prepared for this either, was the Supras. And again, I can't say thank you enough. I mean, this is just overwhelming for me, and very overwhelming, and I've got them now and I'm gonna really enjoy them. And you know me, I use everything. I use everything but the kitchen sink in my pictures, and these are truly amazing. So we shall look at them. So we could do the sniff test on these, can't we? You ready? They smell so good. It's like that lead smell. So that's one tray. Hiya. And then look, it just makes me shake because I can't believe that I've actually got these, and anyone would even take the time to do that for me. I mean, it's just, oh, it's just crazy. It's just crazy, crazy amazing. But I would never in a million years have dreamed of being able to own these, and I can't say thanks enough. So I am so happy because I love these. I had about 4 singles in them. I'm just speechless on them. I still can't believe I have them. Just speechless, and they are amazing. So we will do something with these at some point because they are just brilliant, because you can use them wet or dry. I could use them both. I've used my few singles in wet and dry, and I had a couple of singles of these, and I never ever would have been able to afford the whole set. I mean, it's just crazy for me. I've even got them, so they are amazing. I can only say that. So I am so thankful. I can't say it enough. So they were my happy mails, and I cannot believe it. So yeah. Oh, thank you. I can't wait to use them with you. I can't wait to use them and we can have a go with them. So they were the 2 really expensive sets that I was gifted. And please, please, before anyone watches this back, because I know I will get some comments, I'm not saying to anyone that you have to have all these expensive things to be able to enjoy your hobby. It is totally individual what you would like and what you want to use. So I'm only giving you ideas, and if there's something that you can get from them, or singles you can, you know, buy, you know, just no one think that I'm sort of forcing on you that you need to do things on this high budget, because that is not the case. Because I was a bit weary about showing them for that, because I've had a comment on it before, but actually we're going to do stuff on the channel with them, so oh well. So we will carry on. Today was my happy mouth. So how are you all anyway? Andrew's making faces at me. Can someone please take him away? He really is making faces at me. Andrew's making like these really peculiar faces. Someone can come and take him. So yeah, we're going to dive straight in. Andrew, shush. All I could see was silly faces at me. Alright, so I have written down, we're going to carry on. I'm going to bring the light over. I know, Elizabeth, but you know, if we did get them. Oh, thanks, Kate. I know, I'm like that myself. I'm a bit like, very overwhelmed, put it that way. So we're going to pick up where we left off with these green corals, which was the lime peel, the olive green, and my mum's picked me up on this yesterday, Prussian green. I think that's how you say it. I know, but I don't like to upset anyone, you know me. But as long, I will enjoy them, and I will show them, and I will test them out, and I will do stuff on the channel with them. You know, it is going to be put out there, and we're going to learn together. So it's not like I'm sort of like taking them away from the channel, and I will enjoy it with you guys. It's not like I'm going to just do stuff in my own time. Of course I'm going to do stuff in my own time as well, but I'm also going to be doing stuff with you on camera. Okay, so I'm going to jump into this. I need, Andrew can, oh it's alright, it's here. Hold on. Thank you, Lou. I was just chucking him out myself. Troll. I felt that sound to him when I'm sorry about that. Alright, so how's everyone's Saturday going so far? You all good? Shalene, how's the shoulder? I'm just sharpening my pencils. Exactly, Varna. You wink home today, Lizzie. You wink. Okay, so like I was doing here with this one, I'm going to bring myself over here, and I'm going to put the base coat of the lime peel down. Yeah, that's the whole thing, you know. On the channel, we can kind of get to test things out together, and like, you know, we can sort of have a go with them, see what we can do with them, when we activate things with water, what we can make with them, what we can add on top of them. You know, there's loads of things. I know, Elizabeth. Yeah, Imani, it's okay. I've not really done much today, I must admit. I laced about this morning a bit because I didn't want to aggravate my back before I came on stream, because it's not been great. So I thought, you know, I'm not going to do too much. Are you all okay? Shall I zoom in a bit more? I'm not going to do too much, because if I aggravate it too much, I won't be able to sit for a couple of hours or an hour and a half or whatever it is that I can manage today. So I thought, like, let me just have an easy enough morning. And then I was talking to some friends and had some lunch, made myself a drink because I've drank so much today. I'm so thirsty. And that's it really. Oh great. Hiya, everyone coming in. So like on the last corals, I'm just going to go with the lime peel on the corals that we're doing at the minute. I'm not going to go in with the other colours just yet. I'm going to lay them down. So I'm going with kind of a light base coat. So you're covering most of the area, but not all of it. Just sort of like all over before we start layering in our other colours. And I'm going like a medium pressure, and like I always do, I fade out to a lighter one as we go out. Yeah, I've been a bit boring recently. I've just been at home. Hiya! I've not done anything because I haven't been great, but yeah, been alright. Andrew's been watching football and he's been playing piano. He's been learning things on the piano. My mum will tell you. My dad calls it the studio because, yeah, that's just my dad for you. And I haven't actually coloured much. I only coloured one picture, which was yesterday. And everyone's putting up their June completed pictures, and I'm like, oh my god, I've only done 3. Yeah, you're early, Lou. Have we got one more day in this month? Have a great day, Rebecca. So we're just going over all of the area. Is it alright on the screen? Am I zoomed in enough? Because I don't think I can zoom in anymore. So we are just laying down where we want this. So there's some like, I'm sure I'll miss bits and have to come back to bits, but I've written it down so it's okay. Hiya. Thank you, Amani. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to put some like teals and turquoises in as well. And we're going to put some like carmine-y type colours. I'm trying to think what they are in the Prismas, but I've got to work them out. And yeah, we're gonna do a Neo Colour 2 background eventually when I get to the background last. And we'll plan this as we go along. We'll plan it as we go along. But I've kind of got a plan, but my things sort of come to me as a colour. I don't really plan too much. I have like in mind what I would like, but I kind of just go with it as I colour. Is anyone else like that? Hiya! Hi everyone coming in. If I missed anyone, I apologise. If there's lots in chat, if you've got any questions, just pop them in caps so that I can see them. Because I know a lot of people talk amongst themselves, which is lovely, but then I might miss something. So just pop them in caps. Andrew Tilley's on the blind. Okay, so we're going to come over to this side in a minute. So now I'm going to put down, I think it's the Prussian green. And I'm going to start just picking out where I would like a bit of shading. Thank you. I still think that I want to put a little bit more purple in her skin tone, but we can come back to that. Or anything that we want to like adjust, alter, add, we can always do that at the end. So we're just going in and I'm just shading in those areas that I would like a little bit of depth in. So yeah, I've missed this, just I've not been able to sit for very long. But I've just taken all my pills, so I should be alright for a bit. And I was sat there listening yesterday. I watched The Greatest Showman again. I don't know, is there anyone else that's fans? I love that film. So I sat singing my heart out to that. Andrew vouched for that. And then this morning I had the soundtrack on again, because it seems to be a daily thing for me in this house. So that cheers me up immensely. is water soluble, Selena, and one isn't. Thanks, Amani. Yep, same. Hi, Desiree. How are you, dear? Oh, it's just amazing, isn't it? I can't stop watching it or listening to it.
Much to my annoyance.
Yeah, much to Andrew's annoyance. He has to listen to it every day. When he's at home, he has to listen to it, bless him. He doesn't have a choice. But it helps me get through, like, doing some chores in the morning, and I just love it.
But everyone knows that I do all the household chores in this place.
Oh, yeah. That's the thing. Serene can be, it depends, it can be expensive. Hi, V! It can be, but it's worth it. If honestly, the quality is second to none on this book. There's no other book like it, in my opinion. I mean, I haven't got, what's the other one that he's got? Is it Irene? One or the other, I don't know how you pronounce it. I haven't got that one, and everyone says that the paper in that isn't that great. This is nothing like that. This is like a cardstock, and it takes any medium, what you put on it, honestly, it just takes it all. It's like it's built for everything. It's like he put that in mind when he got it published. It's amazing. It's my favourite book. But I know that quite a lot of people says that the Irene isn't that great, but it's still Nick Filbert, and he's amazing. And you know, I can kind of work with papers that aren't great, like Create Space and stuff. You know, it doesn't bother me. Okay, so we're still going in with the Prussian green, and I'm just still picking out where I would like my shading to go before I start tidying it up. And I think we're going to bring in some like turquoises and teals on the next lot of colours. No, it's not on Netflix yet. I wish that would be my bedtime viewing every night then, because I've got Netflix in the bedroom. Oh, you're welcome, Rebecca. Enjoy it. I love it personally, the M&R sharpener. If anyone's wanting a recommendation for a sharpener, it just is an all-rounder. It's the double hole brush sharpener. It's amazing. You did, Desiree. Someone in the chat will fill you in. You did. It's an overwhelming, very, very happy one. Okay, so we're going to go in here. I've got them, Vana, I've got them separately, and then you put them in. You did, V. You did. It's at the very beginning. Hi everyone that's coming in. Okay, so we're going to go, I always say with the shading, just me, how I shade. I go with a medium pressure, like on my inner part, and then when I want to fade out, it leaves some of that lime peel visible, so that we can go back in after and sort of blend that all together. So when you're layering up your colours, you can still see the other colours that you've put down first, but it gives it a little bit of a different, it looks different to putting one colour down, doesn't it? It gives it a different shade. So I'm just going in here with this coral, and then I'm going to come over here. Hiya! Yeah, it's hot today. I don't know, what's the temperature, Andrew? 20? High 20s. It's like 29. So it's warm. That's what I said, I'm like a roasting potato in an oven. I've been saying that to Andrew all morning. And he's like, I'm fine, it's not hot. And I'm like, oh, seriously, you know when you watch a jacket potato in an oven and they're just crisping up? That's how I feel. I'm so hot. But I can't complain, because we had what felt like a 7, 8, 9 month winter. So can't complain. And this summer never sticks around, so you know. Okay, before I come back in with the lime peel, I'm going to now grab my olive green, and this is PC911. So like we did in this one down here, so I only go into the darkest parts of where I want them to be on my vines and my seaweed. And then we're going to pick out some colours and try and do a colour combination for like a nice turquoise teal type colour. We'll sort of work it out together in a moment. I know, he is cool. Louise, like, it's usually the other way around in our relationship. He's always saying that he's hot. And I'm always cold. But at the minute, I don't know if it's because of all those infusions, because I had 2 lots of infusions over the past 2 Mondays. I've had iron, zinc and copper infusions through the IV drip. I actually didn't bruise. Well, I've got a little mini bruise. I don't know if you can see. I had like a drip put in, and they put a bag. They juiced me up, put it that way. I'm fully juiced up now. So I had those done, and I've been hot. I think there's something in that must make you hot and roasting. I was so hot. Usually I can handle the heat. I'm sure that they, you know, something was in that juice of theirs, like heat. Hi, Katrina. Not long, Holly. Thank you, V. Josie, yeah, I mean, it's nothing special. It's nothing special where I store all my stuff. You know, I haven't got like a studio or anything. It's just like on a shelf and in a cupboard and in my cart. You saw my cart. Oh, Florida's baking. Yeah, you've seen the cart. That's where I keep the supplies. And then the colouring books are just kind of in a shelf in the cupboard. More or less where I can put them, you know, because I don't have a studio or anything. We do have a spare room, but I'm hoping one day that might be a child's room, so I'm not setting it up into a big studio or anything, because it's just, I can sit at my dining table, that's fine. You know, you never know what the future holds, do you? Good morning, Connie. So I'm going to quickly just go back in with my lime peel, and I'm not going to the edges. I'm just going to fade out the pencil lines on the ends. Yeah, Lou. One day, hopefully. You just never know, do you? It'd be a miracle, wouldn't it? Be a miracle if that happened. But something else has got to happen. You see that? See, I got I always wear, I've left that, I don't ever wear anything on that finger, because I think it's supposed to be bad luck, isn't it? I don't know, so they say. Well, it's not brought me good luck, put it that way, so maybe wearing something on that ring wouldn't make a blind bit of difference. But I wear rings on the other finger, but not on that one. But yes, we shall see what the future holds. I'm going to zoom out a minute so you can start to see the corals look really nice against the green, looks really nice against the red. I'm going to bring it over here. I'm just going to quickly do these ones at the side where I want, and then we're going to bring out some teals. I know. Andrea, they're all moaning at you. What's that? If you liked it, then you should put a ring on it. I'm not going to sing. I won't embarrass myself. No, I won't. I promise you. Oh my goodness! Hi, GD. Oh, that's a bit of pressure on me now. Okay, so I'm zooming you back in. So like we're going to go on these corals here. I think it's around here. You did make one of my live shows, Dee. I'm so honoured. Okay, so I'm going back in with the lime peel, and I'm going to go how I was just going on the rest of it. And thanks, Dee Dee. It's usually the other way around. It's usually me typing and Dee Dee's talking. I know. It's like someone famous has joined my stream. Okay, so we're just going to lay that down like I've usually been doing over my other corals, and then we're going to work out some teals and some turquoises. And where else do I want that? I want that here. So we're going to come that way. How are you, Dee Dee? How you been? I don't know about the weather there. I'm saying it's just so hot everywhere at the moment. We're just talking about how warm it is. It is in London, certainly, anyway. So we are just laying down, like we did on the other side. And then we're going to grab the prismas and we're going to try and work out some other colour combinations. Yeah, I'm alright. I finally made it back to my live streams after my back being a little bit dodgy, but I'm okay. Can't complain. Okay, now we're going, and everyone laughs at me how I pronounce this, Prussian green. So we're gonna lay that back down, quite medium pressure, and just doing that into those areas, like just so that you can still see the lime peel, but it's laying on top slightly so that we don't have to lose that colour. And then down into this area. Hi everyone that's joined, I haven't said hello to. Who else has joined? Lots of people. Thanks for joining me. How many have I got? Oh blimey, 87. I usually only get about 40, so thank you everyone. You could all be going out and having fun and you join me, so thank you. And now I'm going to get back my olive green and quite like I'm going quite medium here. I'm not, you know, I'm not going lightly. I know I do light layers on most things, but I just want to give it some colour. And then we'll go quick with our lime peel, come over to here, and then we'll do our colour combination. And okay, back to my lime peel, just on the pencil line and fade that out. I'm not looking at chat for 2 seconds, and then I will. Okay, so just over to this little guy here. Thanks, Debs. Oh, hiya. Oh, you watched my hedgehog. Yeah, he's just been eating some turkey actually. We had some like turkey and I just gave him some. He came out, he's gone back to bed. Back to the Prussian green. Yeah, Buzz is like, oh my god, he's got so round. He's got so big. I say it all the time, it's like a little barrel. But he doesn't actually eat that much. I can't understand it. He wills and wills the night away. And you think that I feed him a million things, but I don't. He's just a chunk. I mean, he's just naturally big built, like as they say. Oh, I laughed the other day. I saw something on Facebook, and it said, what is it? The body's made up, is it 90% of water, or something percent of water, and it said, I'm not fat, I'm flooded. Oh, God, I was roaring my head off. I was like, okay, I'm flooded then. Like, that's what I'm going to say to Buzz. You're not fat, you're flooded. It just makes me laugh. He's just a chunk, seriously. He's like a cannonball when you put him in your hands. It cracks me up. He's fluffy on the underneath, and then he's like spiky on the top, but they lay flat, so they're okay. Okay, I'm going back with my olive green, but yeah, that did make me laugh. I'm not fat, I'm flooded. I'm just going to say to Buzz, it's alright Buzz, you're just flooded, it's fine. I was sitting there giggling to myself for a very long time the other night. Silly little things like that amuse me. I look at it and I just can't stop laughing. Okay, and then back with my lime peel, and then we're going to grab some different colours and we're going to do them on like these ones, you know, these sort of big ones here. Hiya! How are you, Robin? How are you feeling now? So we'll zoom out. Now we're going to pick some turquoises and teal sort of colours and see what we can do with that. If I can find my pencil cases with the prismas in. Oh, that's okay. If I missed a bit of hair, we'll go back to it. I know I've missed a little bit on that strand there. That's fine. We'll go back to that after. I'm going to miss little bits anyway, and I'll find them as we go along. Because there's so much detail on these pictures, and you don't see it all you know, all the first time. That's okay. That's fine. Hi, Lisa. Right. So we need a bit. Andrew, can I have a bit of scrap paper? I just got to test these out. That's not scrap, that's writing on it. Oh, never mind, he's giving me a bit of paper. Hiya! Okay, so we're going to have a go with some, like, we've got aquamarine, which is kind of like a, and let me zoom in a little bit. These are the kind, I don't want it too blue, I do want some blue, so I will sort of mess around with some colours for a second to kind of get the bluey greens that I'm looking for. So if you just bear with me. We'll go with some colours and see what we can come up with. So, muted turquoise sounds good as like a base colour. See, that to me is more like a, I don't know, like a grey blue. It doesn't really look like a turquoise, but it is. I kind of just want some bright colours just popping around the edges, and the rest is going to kind of tie in with the olive greens and the ochres and stuff. But I think we need some colour, and the pop of colour is going to come around these larger corals and bubbles. I think I will go along that. What do you think? Hiya, Bunny, how are you? Hi, welcome back, Amani. Turquoise. It's like, see, for me, I sound really boring and everyone else has got these amazing accents, but because most of you are from the US in my streams, which is great. So I'm just having a bit of drink because I talk too much. Talk way too much. Okay, so let me sharpen my pencils up. And then we're going to just play around with some colours on the teals, turquoise and stuff. So we are going to have some fun. Stop making faces at me. Does anyone want to come and take an Andrew? He's free. He's free of charge. It's fine, you can take him. I promise you, I won't ask for some money for him. Right, I think I'm going to put down this muted turquoise, which is PC1088. I don't know if you guys can see that watch this back and are doing this with me. There's a bit of a glare because of the daylight lamp above me. So I'm going to lay that, I think I'm going to go with this one here, this big guy around the edge. Louise, no, not really, not unless I bug him. If I bug him, he will. Do you do housework?
All the time.
Oh yeah, all the time. Of course you do, Andrew.
I do so much housework. When I go to the store to get supplies, they're like, oh, it's him again, that guy that does all the housework.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you do all the housework. If you did all the housework, I wouldn't trade him in. I told you, if he doesn't put a ring on it soon, then I'm going to get a mail-order husband. And you know that. I've always said that to you. If you don't hurry up and put that on there, by the time I'm 40, I'm going to get a mail-order husband. And he's free of charge because he does know housework. So you can have him. Okay, so we are going down with that muted turquoise now. And I'm going to do it quite light on my base coat. We're going to have a go with it. Yeah, so if anyone wants an Andrew, you're welcome to jump on a plane. He does a good breakfast, so you'll be alright for breakfast.
And pancakes.
And pancakes. He does good pancakes, even though I can't eat too many of them anymore. But yeah, he does them alright.
What about my sandwiches?
What, your sandwiches? Yeah, but I don't really eat your sandwiches. So I can only go by your breakfasts. He doesn't do dinners, so if you like dinners, you're going to struggle there because you're still going to be cooking for yourself. No, I don't. He does do that, Desiree. That's fine. I can cook and he will clean up if I ask him. So he's alright there. What time is it here? It is 20, almost 20 to 5 in the afternoon. No, he does alright with that part. I'll let him off there. And he does hoover really well. You know, like me, I don't know if anyone... Yeah, you know, because you do everything else. You kind of just quickly run the hoover around, or the vacuum as you guys call it. We call it a hoover. I've got to remember that I have to call it a vacuum. I will run the vacuum round very, very quickly, whereas he'll go into every single crook and cranny in the house and like into all the crevices and stuff, and he'll spend a good amount of time doing it, whereas it will like take me 10 minutes. So yeah. It would. I agree, Kenneth. Dee Dee's like the chattiest person, which I love. I love like chatty live streams. To me, are my favourites. I love them. I love listening to them, and you can do other things as well at the same time and watch them and listen. And you know, I personally love a good chatty live stream, but there are people that moan about them. But that's why I always tell people, it is a talking channel, it is a live stream channel, there's going to be chatting. You can't do much about it, you know? I can't mute myself. Well, I could, but it wouldn't be no fun for you guys. What?
Right, if only I had that option.
Yeah. Hey, you don't need me muted. Yeah, life would be boring without me talking, Andrew, you know it would. I'm going to grab Aquamarine in PC905. And I think I'm going to start laying that in a little bit. So, oh, you know when I sharpen my pencils too much, I always break the ends off. Desiree will tell you. She always notices it. Nothing. Oh, when my pencils break at the end, Desiree. Happens every time. You know, when I press down too hard. Yeah, I should get him colouring. He's just sitting there next to me at the minute. He was just listing something on eBay, but it stopped. And he's just sitting there watching me. So I've got eyes on me at the moment. Well, he's sort of out the window, half looking out the window, half looking at me, and then you make faces at me.
No.
Yeah.
Don't embarrass me on the live stream. Now everyone on YouTube thinks I'm crazy.
You know, you're not crazy. I'm just thankful the football's not on.
Oh, I could always put
No, it's okay, it's okay.
You have to call it soccer because
no, that's what football. Soccer, football, same thing.
Football to them is American
All right,
football.
Andrew. Shush, Andrew. Shush. Okay, so we're not putting too much of that down. We're kind of just seeing what this looks like. Thank you. I know. Okay, and now I've just got peacock blue. I just wanted to add a little bit of blue in this, but not too much. Oh my lord, that happens every time. So just around the edging before I come back in with the turquoisey colour. But I just want to like darken that up. I just want to see what this looks like. This is a bit of an experiment myself at the moment. I just want to like see what these colours come together like. I mean, I could have done this really, really quick and put some watercolour down or something first, but no, I'll just do it the long way round. Just go the long way round about things. So this is quite a light layer just to get in there, and now I'm just going to get the light aqua And I'm going to blend out those pencil edges where I've just put that peacock blue down and see what that looks like. And just fade that out towards the edges. Just see what this kind of looks like when I zoom out, because I do want some turquoises in here, but not a huge amount. Just gives it a bit of pop of colour, because otherwise it can be quite muted, can't it? So if I zoom out, you can see if we go around the edges with those, they will be like a highlighted bit, and everything else is going to kind of just blend. I will do that a bit of hair after, don't worry about that, I have spotted it. I'm just reading the chat a second. Yeah, so I think it will look good if we put a little bit of the turquoise in there, because I don't know about you, but it's sometimes you just need that one pop of colour. So we are going with like the reds, obviously with her, the ochres, the greens, the turquoise, and then like I'm thinking of like just another type of coral colour, so like 5 or 6 colours at tops, and then playing around with those colours in different ways so that we don't overload it, because there's so many things on this page, isn't there? Hiya! Thanks, Robin. Hi, Kate. Welcome back. So yeah, I think we're going to go with that. That is coming. That's okay. I'm quite happy with that. So I'm zooming you in and out. You're getting dizzy. Okay, so with the bubbly type things, we're going to continue with those. Muted turquoise again. I have to learn the names of things. People laugh at me when I say things wrong. It's like when I used to call magenta, magneta. Don't ask where my head was on that one.
The best way to learn how to pronounce colours is to watch Bob Ross. He always
no, because he calls Van Dyck Brown Bandit Brown or something.
No, that's what I called it.
Oh. Well, stop poisoning my head with the wrong names then, because I will get them wrong on my streams. Like, I get them wrong all the time, and then people pick them up. Like, someone else said to me, the Prussian green, and I was calling it Prussian.
No, Prussian.
Oh, never mind. It does work. It does. Oh, so am I. I can't wait for all the colour alongs actually in July. There's loads. Let me just have a sip of drink and then we'll continue with these. Thank you, Connie. I'm glad you even think that, because I still think I'm a tiny little fish in a big sea at the moment against everyone. I'm nowhere in like some big scale, but I just enjoy what I do, and if anyone can pick anything up, then I'm just happy. Like, I genuinely am. Okay, so I'm going to get the aquamarine, and I'm not doing a huge amount, and I'm feathering the colour out as I get to the edge, and I'm going to do that on all of them. God, I'm so warm sitting here, so warm. Look, that's a... Someone said, Connie said, well, that makes me a tadpole. That's me, Connie. That's tickled me, that has. Oh dear. No, it's alright, Lou. You can stay where he is. I'm fanning myself instead. Okay, I'm getting the peacock blue. Hiya. Hi everyone coming in. That's it, Grace, that's the whole thing. If you've marked it up the first time, it can always be saved. You can try, as you said, you've got the markers there. Try the markers, and then you put your pencil on top and layer that. That's true. Oh dear, I've got frogs. I've got tadpoles. Oh, that's made me laugh now. I'm gonna have to start calling. I'm not sure everyone's gonna like me calling him a frog.
No, that's how you open your YouTube stream.
What, hi frogs?
Hello, my frogs. How are you doing today?
It's gonna sound ridiculous. Oh dear. Yeah, that'll go down well.
Yeah, your mum a frog and
No. No. Andrew, quit while you're ahead.
I'm King Frog.
No, we're not having frogs. You can be the frog prince. And I'm gonna pick up my light aqua. Wing nuts and frogs. Oh dearie me. Warty toads, yeah. I'm gonna have to try and incorporate that somehow without offending someone. I could call myself it though.
I always said you without your makeup looks like a toad.
Hey! No, you go in the naughty corner for that. Go away now. Are you listening to this, guys? Andrew just called me one. That's not nice. Right, you're silenced now.
Oh.
I've put you in timeout, like I do with the trolls. See you later, Imani. Okay. Back in with my light aqua, just on these. Now, with these little bits, if I can find... Can I find it? I know, are you listening? No, Andrew doesn't even drink. That's the problem. So he's been put in time out, like the trolls. When the trolls come on, he's in time out now. Okay, so I'm gonna have to get this going because now I've got too much of a blob. This is really temperamental, this Posca. I think I've got to get another one. Okay. So with these little bubbly things, I'm just going around the little edges. God, it's so hot. Can you hear my fan? Just as long as it's not interfering on the stream.
Why don't you have the fan on?
No, because it will blow the paper. I can't. I'm so wrong.
See, I was willing to sacrifice my cool air for you.
I know. Yeah, you can come and get him, Leg. I told you, he's free anyway. He's free. It's totally free. Okay, zoom out slightly. So I think we're going to come round to this sort of big one here. I'm just planning this as I go along. I haven't got where I'm going with things. So muted turquoise in PC1088. And over the entire area. You can put the telly on, you just have to put it on low so it doesn't interfere, Andrew. Okay, so we're going in. We do. I do need a mascot. Everyone's got something, haven't they? I don't know what. I don't think Warty Toad's going to catch on to some people though. It just made me laugh when Connie came out with the tadpole. That tickled me. Because I could just imagine it. No foxes, Desiree. I've got a big thing against the fox now. Oh no, one is a lovely lady. Susie, what's her username? I'm trying to think now. Sketchcantation Art, I think is her YouTube name. Susie, her name is. She's lovely. So she sent me this sketch that she'd sketched of me and Chip, and we were called the Fox Bandits. Yeah, that's not a bad one, Shalene. Thank you very much. So yeah, she sent me this lovely sketch, and it's just, she said it's a rough one, and she's drawn me and Chip, and I'm behind Chip, and like we've got these sort of masquerade mask things on, and underneath she's written the Fox Bandits, and it just made me laugh. I love it so much. and things like that is so lovely. The budgie smugglers. Okay, what did I go in with? Oh, aquamarine, didn't I? Next. Okay, so that is 905. Yeah, so I thought that was really, really lovely, because everyone laughs at me when I mention about the water pistol. I haven't actually had to take the water pistol out yet. I take the torch out and I'm on guard all night. But there was a fox the other day and it chased us again. And it was nowhere near us and it rounded the corner and chased us, and it's really after Chip, and I'm getting a little bit worried about it, like genuinely. You know, Chip's tiny and these foxes have got no fear at all, and I used to love foxes, but I'm not a fan, I must say. I'm not a fan anymore. So yeah, it made me smile. I haven't got it here, Lou. I'll send it to you. That's what you could all be called, the bandits. Sorry, I got a straw and it can be loud, can't it? I just realised that. You could be, yeah, you could be my bandit, Sam's bandits. Yeah, so Shalene, where did that one come from? I was meaning to ask you, peepers. Everyone's got something, haven't they? We need one for Kate as well. Yeah, the colouring bandits. No, see, Connie, I used to love them, but not with Chip. No, I'm not even taking that risk anymore. Not. Peacock Blue, which is 1027. We might be along. Are you all alright to do this colour along with me? Because all these little bits are very fiddly, and if you're willing to, you know, long this out with me, then fantastic, because they're very, very fiddly. And I also need to, at some point, I'm going to do a mermaid in my own time and show you how I did the water, because everyone was asking me how I did that water on the Hannah Lynn picture. So I need to do that as well. And I promise you I will be on it. It's just that I've not been in a very good way sitting up. I'm alright, you know me, I never moan, I never complain, but there's sometimes that I just can't sort of do what I want to do and it stops it, and you know, I'm there when I can be there. Okay, so now I'm getting the light aqua and I'm just going to fade that all out. Really? See, I did not know that. That is really interesting, Shalene. You can get this off Etsy, Amy. Really, Connie? Owls. I love owls. I didn't know they did that to small dogs. I mean, I can understand like eagles and stuff, but wow, really? Thank you, Robin, sweetheart. I'm just reading. See you later, Dee. Thanks for joining. Have a great day. I did not know that. That is really interesting. What type of owl? Lisa, no, really? Wow, I could never imagine owls be like that. Owls take little dogs where they are.
Good job we don't have any owls around here.
We do have owls, but they're not those like big ones. They're only small ones. That's crazy. Connie, you have to fill me in a little bit more about these types of owls. I'm genuinely.
America?
Yeah.
America.
Are they like the sort of wingspan of an eagle there then, owls? That's crazy. Poor dogs. Lisa, from an owl as well. Which dog did you have? Right, let me show you guys very quickly. Hold on. Right, you ready to turn the camera? Hold on. Can you see him? Hold on, hold on. Can you see him? That's him at the moment. I'm going to have to fiddle with my camera in a minute again. That's him. He's beside me, upside down. No dignity. Look at him. He's got no... Right, bear with me. Hold on, guys. Turn it off, Andrew. Just bear with me all. I'm going to have to fiddle with my camera now. Okay. There you go. Okay, are you alright now? Can you see the camera? Is the page in sight? Is it all alright, yeah? I thought I'd show you. He does, he's always beside me. I know, he's like that all the time. He's got no dignity. Like, he's upside down, like, for all the world to see his bits. I'm like, can you, like, cover yourself over, please, little man? Okay, going in with my muted turquoise. I'm going to get these little, they're like bubbles, aren't they? Yeah, he's always with me. He's always beside me, bless him. He never leaves my side, ever. Lizzie, that's very true. Really, Lisa? That is awful. Okay, I am reading and I'm colouring at the same time. Aquamarine. That is crazy. I never ever in a million, I love owls, love them, but I never thought they could be like that towards dogs. I mean, they must be hungry. They must be hungry. I mean, to do that, they must be desperate, you know. And I always think that about the foxes as well. Are they that hungry? Is that why they're doing it? But it doesn't take, you know, you go into protective mummy mode, don't you? And it's like, don't come any closer, stay away. Yeah. Yeah, he is a bit of a cutie pie. He can be a typical, like, nutcase at points as well. Okay, peacock blue, but he's a brilliant dog. He keeps me company, and he is like a baby. He really is. Like, anyone that messages me will know what he's like. He is a baby, and he never leaves my side. He protects me. Back in with light aqua, just on the edges. That is awful. I'm so sorry you guys lost your dogs to owls. I mean, or, you know, around the area that you are, they've got them that attack dogs. That's just, I never would have thought that. I'm going in with my little Posca pen, just around the edges. Okay, I'm trying to plan where I want this. I'm going to bring my book over. I'm going to go here with those same colours. Oh, Elsa can come anytime. He's for £3. She's, oh my god, she's minuscule, Lisa. Okay, going in with muted turquoise PC 1088. She's like precious. She's got to come around. I've got your sheet that you gave me, Lou, in the other book. I'll show you guys what else I'm working on very soon. So we're going in and we're fading out to the edge. Because she's tiny. Well, we do, but me and Andrew have taken to doing it together now, because I used to, or he used to, on our own, but Andrew's like on patrol and he's shining the torch in all the like bushes and stuff, and then I'm sort of walking chip, and that's how we're like a tag team now. So one's on the lookout and one's letting him do his thing, and we've sort of got that system at the minute. But yeah, I mean, you never think it, would you, that you have to think of these things, but you do, and you have to protect them because they're so small. I mean, if he was a big sort of husky or something, the foxes would come nowhere near him, would they? Okay, I'm going to go into this one as well, guys, because this looks very, very similar. Kenneth, at the minute, I've got this, I'll show you. I used another sheet. Sorry guys, just trailing off a minute. Just been asked what I use. I've got this like plastic sheet. I don't know if you can, but I've got this in another book at the minute because I've got this work in progress in here. So I've got that in there, and I don't want to take it out because I'm using it for that. But in this one in particular, I'm just using some black card, and I test just like card that I use as scrap, and I just literally just put it underneath it so that it protects the page from getting any pencil marks underneath. He is £6. He's double the weight.
He's more than that. He's about 8 pounds.
2, 4, 6.
4 kilos.
Oh yeah, he's about, yeah, he's not as small as yours.
He's about 8
He's about 8, isn't he? Yeah, 4 kilos. 4 kilo. So he's 8, but he's quite a big Chihuahua. He's not tiny. I mean, he's tiny, but he's a big one anyway. He's a tall one. He's not as small as some Chihuahuas. His mum is half the size of him, and his is not fat. It's just the size. Like, he's long, quite long. He's lovely. Like, he really is. Like, you can still feel, you know, his bones and stuff. He's not fat or anything. He's just big. He's a big one for a Chihuahua. He's not tiny. Okay, so now I'm going to get back that aquamarine. But yeah, he's beautiful. That's okay, Savannah. Hiya. I don't know. Kate, are you still here? Kate's here. I think Kate streams at 8. Wow, Robin. Chip is smaller than a cat though. No, Kathy, I haven't got Irene or Irene, however you say it, by Nick Filbert. That's the only one of his that I haven't got, but I will eventually. I will. It has been on my radar. I will get it, absolutely, because he's my favourite. He's got, apparently, I don't know if anyone else saw it, he has got Serene type book coming out again. So he said that it's going to be the same quality, the same kind of illustrations, but better. So I think it will have more in it, and it's going to be the same size, same quality as Serene, but it's kind of going to be like part 2, but with a different name. So that I am so excited for, because he put an announcement up in his group, and I commented on it, and I said, so is it going to be like Serene, and is it going to be the same paper quality? And he said, yeah, exactly the same paper, same style, but better. He's got a lot of new illustrations in the making, and apparently it's going to be out this year. So I was like, oh, you know how you get so excited? I was like, oh, can't wait, because I love this book. It's my favourite. So I'm like, right, I have to get this finished so I can move on to that one when it comes out. I can't wait, can't wait, can't wait. I was like, oh my god. Can't wait. So excited. So yeah, that's something to look forward to if you're a Nicholas Filbert fan. And then his other book, you can buy it, and apparently, I don't know, I haven't got it. It's not the greatest paper quality, but that does not bother me. Okay, now I'm getting my Peacock Blue again, and just into the darkest parts of these corally things, whatever they are. They're like corals, aren't they? And sort of feathering out as you come in. So like a harder pressure into a lighter one. Yeah, same. I love it so much. You know, they are, for anyone that likes colouring people and that likes a good quality paper that can take any medium, Serene hits all those sort of like, ticks all those boxes. It's amazing. And I know quite a few people are intimidated by Serene, but honestly, try not to be, because it's an illustration. You're going to have a ton of fun with it, and you can just get lost in whatever picture you're doing in it and not feel too overwhelmed, because there is a lot of detail, we know that, but I look at section by section rather than looking at the full picture. So at the moment I'm looking at these turquoise things, and then I will look at something else and I'll take it in those stages, and we'll do it that way. It is stunning. Okay, now getting my light aqua, and just from the pencil edges, so you know, like here, you've got the pencil edge, and then fade out. So all of that, just blend the pencil edges out at the end. Same with these parts here, just blend in the pencil edge. So if you're putting any colour down on the paper, you will have a pencil line of some kind because you've laid a few layers down and got some white. So you can always sort of like get in there with that. And then we're going to get our lovely buff titanium soon. I think we're going to come up. I think they're going to be the green ones. This one here, look, is going to be a turquoise one. Thank you, Kenneth. Take care. Okay, so back in with the muted turquoise, 1088. We're going to come back to the greens after. We're going to start plotting our colours. That's what the purpose of today's stream is, to sort of get what we're going to put down. And because there's a lot of other bits that, you know, with the greens that we've done here, there's lots of them that I need to do, but we're going to come back to those. Same with these like tubular type ones we're going to do here. So we're going to come back to these colours and we're going to write them down, but at the moment we're sort of plotting what we want and where we want them. And this is aquamarine. So we're just going to start plotting what we want to do and writing it down and going from there. Okay, then I'm going to have to charge, am I back? I'm going to have to charge my phone in a second. Right, peacock blue. Just around the edges. And then we've got our light, come over here. These are coral teals. So we used, sorry guys, we're just writing everything down so we don't lose the colours that we're using. So we used muted turquoise. I'm just going to put like that in 1088. We used aquamarine because we're going to come back to these colours after. We're going to start plotting what we want in 905. Then we've got peacock blue. In 1027 and light aqua in 992. Okay, right, let's start picking out some other colours now. Take care. I'm just going to grab my charger, everyone, and then we will start choosing some more colours. You know, before I started this stream, everyone, just bear with me. I had 100% battery. I'm 79 minutes into a stream and it's like, it's just drained it entirely. It's crazy, it's crazy. Okay, so start picking out some colours. Would you mind if I use some polychromos? Or would people prefer just Prismas? Let me know. Because I've got some polychromos that I think will work really well on this. I don't want to like use them and people prefer. Right, because I've got some poly shades that I think will go really well in this. So if you don't mind, I'm going to use some polys. Okay. If you don't mind, that would be great. Because I've got some ochres and stuff that I think will be really nice in this. So, I'm just going to grab some colours that I think will work. I'm just going to grab some colours that I think are going to work really well. Just bear with me, I just pull out stuff and then I'll play around with them. Okay, I'm grabbing some stuff. Because I've got some colour combinations that I think will just work really, really well. Okay, so I'm going to start with green gold. I'm going to zoom you back in. And I'm going to go with, you know, these sort of bobbly things here. We're going to go with that. So I've got green gold. This is Polychromos now on this combination. So this is, I will bring that over. I don't know if you can see. It's really hard to see because they're written in gold. This is green gold in 268. And we're going to... Do you want me to zoom in a bit more? Is that good? Can you see it well? Is that alright? Okay, so I'm going to go from the darkest edge inwards. And we're going to do these like little sort of corally, I don't know what they are, but we're going to start with this first colour. And Caput Mortem Violet, or however you say that, is really nice with green gold, so we're going to go for that. As long as you're all alright with me mixing my pencils, because I'll do that anyway. Otherwise then none of them are going to get used, you know, if I just do Prismacolors all the time. So like around here, I'm going to lay down, I think I'm going to go for this one, which is Terracotta. Hi Scooby. Is he alright now? Okay. Okay, so now I've got the terracotta. Again, we are using just for a little while the polys, because polys and prisms actually work really well together on a page. There's some combinations and stuff in the prismas, there's some in the polys, and I just like to mix it all. So it's a really nice way to get to use all your pencils as well. Thanks, Scoobs. I have missed a little bit, but I'll go back to that. It's fine. Anyone that does this won't have missed that. It's just me and my eyes. My eyes are deceiving me. Okay, so we're going to go sort of up to here. We're going to leave this bit. I'm not going to bother the green gold because it's tiny. We're going to leave like a shine at the top, like eggs. They look like eggs. Now I'm going to... Bless. Okay, now I'm going to grab Caput Mortem Violet in 263. And I'm going to bring that in, and this is going to be my darkest shade. Now you kind of go from using it medium, and we're coming out to sort of fading it out as we go up. So round where your lines are, just very lightly feather that out. Just feather it out. You're going to use your green gold at the end. You'll see what I mean. I just love this type of combination. It looks so good. So, sort of fade it out, fade it right out, feather it right out, so it's non-existent. So, if anyone's still learning the polys, there's so many combinations in the Polychromos. That was the first pencil that I ever learned. So, I'm confident with my polys. I love my polys. and I'm getting to learn everything else. I love pencils, so as you can see, you zoom out, it's a nice sort of combination here. So I'm going to do them as well. There's like lots of these little tiny bits. I don't know, I think it looks well, I like it. So this one, you don't want to do too much on it. I really like that combination. So you can grab your green gold back and just on the larger one, just like blend that in a bit. And the two larger ones only, just on the pencil edges. And I really, really like that sort of combination, personally. So I'm going to come down to these ones here, these little fellas there. I'm going to zoom you in. All the sort of rounded ones. Savannah, did I say the other two colours? I did. So I'm using green gold, I'm using terracotta and the Caput Mortem Violet. Those are the three that I'm using. So again, green gold first and fading that out to where I want my like shine. So I'm laying it down heavier there and like to non-existent. So we're going from the edge in. Because he's kind of put down, Kirby's kind of put down, not Kirby, going mad, Nick's kind of put down some shading already for you. So he's put the darkest parts to be on the edges on these ones. So that's what we're going to work with. So we're going around these edges. Just play around with colour combinations as well. I'm going to come to this one here. Don't be afraid to like try things out and sort of piece things together, because you wouldn't necessarily look at those three colours and put them together, would you? But they work. You know, it's playing around with them and getting something that you're happy with. So we're just going to shade these parts. There's some more on the other side that we'll come to. So I don't want to... It's going to go blurry if I zoom you in too much. I don't want to... Is that alright? Or let me just... Is that okay? Is the lighting okay? Hiya everyone. Is this just... Yeah, it's lighting alright because I don't want it to blur out. Right, perfect. Okay, now the terracotta. I always find that these colours just work really well together. I don't know, I just muck around. That's what I do. Like, mine are happy mistakes, my combinations. They're just things that I throw together and I think, ooh, that works. So don't be afraid to try things that you wouldn't necessarily piece together. That's the whole fun in it. Like, I love experimenting with any new like tools, any new pencils, mediums, colours. I love it. I love it. It brings me so much joy. Okay. Now, sorry about that, Varna. They're lovely though, aren't they? Okay, so I'm going in with my Caput Mortem Violet, and around the edge, that will be your heavier pressure on your pencil. So where, oh, let me hold that. Sorry guys, I've got to hold the page for a second. So that will be your most shaded part. And then as you come up, just really, I'm barely touching the paper. Barely touching the paper. So you're kind of just fading it into nothing. So it gives it a nice sort of like depth, but you've also got that colour underneath popping through, just like popping out to say hello there. See? Just on the edge. And then on the edges here, same. So half of you have still got the whole day ahead of you. What have you got planned? Anything nice? It's 5:20 in the afternoon here, so by the time I get off, I'm just going to chill out and lay down. I probably won't do any more colouring after sitting at the table for so long, but we'll see how long we can pull this string before my back's like screaming at me to like get up and move. Okay, so I quite like this. We're going to go with this same combination. Oh, I can't wait to try the new things as well. I'm like, oh, let's give it a go. So now we're going back just very, very lightly with the green gold. And then all over here. Oh, Desiree, who's going to see? I'm a hermit. I don't get out anywhere, so but the shop and back is about as far as I go. Okay, I'm going to zoom out again. So I'm quite liking that, and then we're going to come over to this area. Oh, sorry about flashing you out. I'm going to zoom you back in, and these things here we're going to go for. So again, green gold. This is in Polychromos, Faber-Castell Polychromos. So we're going to just lay down that green gold. Have a great time. Right, so that's like all these parts here. We're going to go into this area. We need to do these as well at some point, but we're going to come back to those. Otherwise, we spend too much time on one thing, it can get a little bit tedious. So we'll be like doing bits and bobs and coming back to other stuff. So we can break it up a little bit. Now my terracotta again. See, because like all these bubbles, I don't know if you can see, but like these we're going to do those in the turquoises and stuff. But I'm just breaking it up so that we've got something on stream. You know, I've not forgotten them. I'm just trying to mix it up a little bit so that we're not doing the same thing on stream. In one stream, we can mix it about. And then I write them down, and then we can do them. You know, all those bubbles will be those tills. So yeah, we'll do it that way. So that we can pick this all up together, really. Because you might spot things as well, or you might think, you know, if you think that there's something with me, you know, like you're thinking, oh no, Sam, this colour goes with that colour, and you know, you can just shout them out at me and we'll try it. We'll try it. I'm just sort of doing this as I go along, really. So you're going with your terracottas. Now my Caput Mortem Violet. And I'm gonna I really love this colour. I love this particular pencil. And then again into these areas. Thanks, Scooby. Scoops. So just going in all of these. So yeah, I'm doing one in my own like free time, and I'm layering about 50 million colours on one thing. It's crazy how many layers I've put on that. But I'm really liking the colour result, and I'll show you what it is after. So that in case you want that colour combination, you can take that away. I love it. I love the colour combination that has come up from that. It is lots, though, I'm warning you. Like, it's loads. I sat there after and I was like, did I really use that many pencils on one thing? Like, it's crazy. But I like the result, so Okay, now again my green gold, and oh, it's gone a bit bright, sorry ladies. Green gold, sorry about that, I didn't realise it had sort of washed you out then. So we're going over all of that. Just shout it out at me. If like the screen's gone funny or anything, just let me know. I think I've sorted it out. Is the lighting okay again? You just have to keep fiddling with the light because the sunlight sometimes comes in and then it goes. Then the daylight lamp goes too bright when the sun comes in, and drive you mad trying to worry about it. Okay, so if I zoom out, so we've got some more of these done. We've got these bobbly bits done. Now we can sort of plan. I'm going to write that down. That's it. Yeah, it just sometimes it's because the sun's out. Hold on. So those were small. I'm going to put these as small bowls. I really have put that. Look, small balls. So these were polys. Well, they are small balls, aren't they? I don't know what they are. Gold, green. That's 2, 6, 8. And then we use terracotta. Right, we've got to plan this next bit now. And that is 186. And then caput, mortem, violet. And if I'm not saying that right, never mind. Okay, so what do you think I should go for? Because we're going to come back to all the colours that we've done, because there's loads on the page that we need to do. But I'm thinking, there's quite a few. We can pick up some more greens. See, this to me looks like it should be like a pinky coral, like a cinnamon, like cinnamon, and like a fleshy colour. So I'm going to go for that. Okay, I'm going to zoom you in. Yeah, Robin, I'm trying to think what I want to do with those. So, right, this one, I'm with the poly still. I'm going to go with cinnamon. I'm laying down cinnamon as my base coat. This just looks like it should be a cinnamony, corally colour to me, in my opinion. I'm trying to think, like it comes to me as I go along. But this just looks like it should be like, you know what I'm saying, like that corally, salmon sort of colour. Okay, then I'm going to go for I'm just trying to think. It's hard, like when you sort of need to sort of think about what's going where. I think I'm going to go for dark flesh, and I'm not doing this over all of it, just into some of it. So into these little areas here, and then into there as well. I'm trying to speed it up a little bit as well, because there's so many fiddly bits, otherwise we're going to be here forever and a day. Then I think I'm going to come back with a, is it Pom Pine Red? And I think I'm just going to go around kind of the edge of that, not fully into the middle. Just like the edging and the shaded areas. I think that will go. I don't want it to clash with her hair, so we're going to put a little bit of that caput, more, however you say it. This is my cinnamon again, and just to blend that out a bit. and then I'm going to get that. I'll show you what I'm going to do. Then I'm going to get that Caput Mortem Violet, and again I'm just going to go just around the edges. And sort of in there. Don't want it too much. And then I need like a, where's my buff? Then I'm going to grab my buff titanium and I'm just going to go around the edge. It wouldn't be, this is the Luminance buff titanium. I just fancy these. Just around the edging. I just will clash with her hair too much. I have to shadow that a bit. I'm just going to grab sepia a second, guys, because I just want to like divide, you know where you section that off from her hair. Okay. So that's her coral. Now, should we go with like, her necklace and her headband? I kind of want them to match. I'm just thinking, my head's thinking, what about light green? What do we think? Light greens or... I think pink will end up clashing with her hair. And I think blues are just the only blue accents I want in the picture are these corals around the edges. So I'm thinking maybe bright greens. Gold, we could do gold. Should we do dark gold? Hi Erica, should we do like a dark gold? Like an antique gold. So I'm just grabbing some polychromos for that. I'm going to go with a dark one then, a dark gold. Okay, so if I zoom you in, so as my base layer, we're going to go for an antique gold. Okay, so I've got dark Naples ochre in 184. I'm going to go for like a dark gold, we'll see. We're going to just put down the base layer. This is all corally type colours, and I'm going to come up to her headband here, and I'm going to go round. Do you know what? I want that all gold, so I'm going to do this. We're going to go like, yeah, a dark gold here. Okay, then I'm going to get the colour Burnt Ochre in 187, and before we put these two on, so we're just laying it all down how we want it, guys. Hiya. Okay, sorry about that, I had a sticker on it because I haven't used this one. This was my backup one because my other one died. My other one I used so much. Okay. So we're going to go round. Before I go up to my headband. Hi Essie. Now I'm grabbing gold in 250. This is the Polys, and you're going to go quite a heavy pressure with your gold and fade it out. No one really uses the gold metallics, but actually they come in really handy when you're doing an old metallic antique gold when you put your black as well. So they are really good for making it dark. Really, really good. Your metallic pencils actually come in really handy and you wouldn't think it, but they do. And then I'm going to get the black. Now black you have to be a bit careful with because you can end up oversaturating it. So you're not putting too much of this, and it is like a very light layer of it into your shaded area only, not over the entire part. And then you're going to go back in after with a lighter colour, but this is just laying it all down for you. So you're kind of just going like a very light layer, and you'll see, hopefully you'll see when I zoom out. Then you're going to just get your burnt ochre back, I think it's called burnt ochre, and just lightly go over the area that's left some kind of white. And it goes like a dark gold. As you can see, I don't know if I take that away, as you can see, it's a darker gold. It's just because the light washes it out. So if I take the light away, you can kind of see. Okay, so the same here. So you're going to go with your burnt ochre, and it gives it like an orange tinge only. So you're going over all of that. And then your gold, so I'll zoom you in, your gold, and you want a heavier pressure with your gold. You're going quite harsh. This is still polys. I'm not on my prismas. I will go back to my prismas, but I just fancy some of my polys. I love my polys. They need to be shown some love. So you're going a little bit hard. I'm still there, guys. Sorry. No, Alicia, my internet's fine. Otherwise, I wouldn't be streaming. And then black. Thank you. So with the black, you're just coming in lightly. So just concentrating for a second. Alright, and then back in with my burnt ochre and just around the edges. Okay, so are we happy with like a darker gold? Do we think that looks okay? Oh, I'm shaking the camera. Do we think that that looks okay? Are we happy with that? Because then you can get your white pen, your white poster, and just go around the edges. Just like round, just some little accents. Just, yeah, you don't need a massive amount. I'm going to do those. I'm trying to plan what I would like these. I don't want to overload it with colour. I think the darker gold looks okay. I'm going to move the camera down a bit. I'm quite liking the direction of it. I kind of want to think, I want some more greens. So I'm thinking along the lines of, let's test out. Are you guys alright with me for just like another sort of 10-15 minutes? I'm just, I think I'll go with green yellowish. You guys alright to stay with me for about another 10 minutes? Essie, I'm sorry, I completely sympathise. It's no fun. Yeah, I'm good too, but I'm just checking because I know like it's a Saturday and... Hi Ashley, thank you for joining us. I quite like dark green. I want to put some greens here. We're going to pick out some. Okay, I've just randomly picked 3 greens for a minute. Thank you. Hi Joe. Is it Joe Jill? I don't want to say your name wrong, or just Joe. Yeah, there's so many people, isn't there? Okay, so I think we're going to go with, you know, these sort of ones here, these leafy types. I think we'll go for those. So if you're good to stay with me for another sort of 10-15 minutes, then we'll do it. So I'm going to lay down, this is the polys, I'm going to stick with the polys on this, and then we're going to move back to the prisms, I think. I'm going to go for the earth green yellowish in 168, and I'm just going to base down. These are going to be slightly different greens, you'll see once I start layering up to what we've had down, but I do really want these green. So we're going to go from the edges and meet in the middle. So on this one, I hope it's not flashing it out, my lighting's dreadful today. So we're kind of meeting, I'm going from this edge here. Alright, I think the lighting's alright now. I'm kind of just going up to here and fading out, but here, he's kind of put some lines already for us. So we're going to ease off our pressure to the middle and keep this part here as our lightest shade. And then he's left some shading for us again. He kind of guides us with this picture on where the shading should be. So I'm going along with those lines. Some pictures will have that and other ones won't. So if there is pre-shading for you slightly, you can kind of use that as your guide and go for that. You know, we don't have to fuss too much because it's already there for us. Same with these ones here. As you can see, he's kind of put down some shading along the part here, and then this is left all light so we can fade our pencil out. So yeah, the good thing about Nick is that he does pre-shade some bits for us, so it's not half the work. It's like, oh lovely, I can see where I'm going. So we're going to fade out that. This is just our base. This is our first layer before we start adding our other greens in. So I do really want some like different greens, not just the one that I've done. And we've got some here. Oh, thank you. That means a lot. Okay, so up to there we got to. And then, yeah, we've got a little bit of a starting point on that. So hold on, we've got bits there. Right, now I'm going to try out, we're trying this as we go along, 1 minute. Right, so this one's next. This is deep Colbert green in 158. And if I zoom you in a little, now we can start layering our other colours on. So I'm going from like a medium pressure on the outer part here, and I'm coming up to almost not touching the paper. And it's the same, you know, as I'm going along, but you want to see the green that you've already put down, but you know, you don't need to see a massive amount of it because that's just your base layer. So again, you're going along with the shading that you've pre-done, and again on the top we're going to meet it down to sort of non-existent. It's like your pencil's got lazy in the middle. The pencil's got a little bit lazy and he doesn't want to colour anymore. That's how we've got to look at it. So yeah, we've kind of got a lazy pencil in the middle. It's gone asleep. Okay, so we do that a bit darker, and then same on this part, we're coming outwards. Again, our pencil gets really lazy, doesn't want to put much colour down, so he stops at about that point. God, I'm going to have a word with these pencils. Yeah, so that's how we're going to do all of these. And then I'll look at the chat. I'm going to have a drop of juice. And then, if you got anything for me, lovelies, just stick it in caps so I see it. Otherwise I might miss it. Just shout it at me. Okay, so here again. Mum, she does join some of them. She just hasn't joined. She hasn't managed to catch me live because of our time zones and stuff. And she's a busy bee, isn't she? So, okay. So we're going with a lazy pencil again in the middle. Then on this part, anyone seen anything? I was going to ask that. Anyone seen any good films recently in the cinema? Anything that you'd recommend? I really fancy the new Jurassic Park. Anyone seen that? Thank you, Katrina, sweetheart. Thank you, Laura. Okay, Kate. I'm not going to be too much longer, guys, because I'll let you get on with your days, but I just wanted to kind of plot what we're going to be doing. And then we know where we're going on the next sort of stream. Okay, now I'm going to get my... Oh, I love this name. Hooker's Green 159. And this is going to be my final lay down of colour on these. And this is just going to add a bit of a different tone. And yeah, who named this pencil? It's offensive. Okay, and then into these parts here. And then I'm going to grab back my yellow, earth green yellowish, and just get rid of those pencil lines and just get shaded in there in those parts. So you can go over the entire part of that, but just very lightly. So if I zoom out, you can see it's a different green altogether than these greens, isn't it? Now you can, this is totally optional, with your black, you can put just some lines back in there. Just give it a bit of shadowing, so it gives a bit of something to it. So it looks, oh, if I sort of tilt that, it's a different green altogether than these sort of corals here. So we're going to do the same on this side. So we're going to go with a deep Colbert green again, and we're just going to go from our, so like you're shading out, aren't you? You're just feathering it all out. So you're shading from your heavier pressure to your lighter pressure to where, as I say, I call it a lazy pencil. Your pencil's got lazy, doesn't want to do anymore, just think that. So it's the same on these parts. I'm glad you like it, because I know people are following this, and you don't have to follow it to how I'm doing it. You can take some parts of it, and other parts that you might not like yourself, you can change, you know. This is just how my version is going to be. You know, and I know this isn't for everyone, because not everyone likes to layer a lot, and that's fine. I appreciate that. You know, some people can't layer because of arthritis and stuff, and honestly, you do it your way, you do it how you want to do it. I'm just kind of giving you a bit of a guide on how I'm choosing my colours, and if you're doing it with me exact, then amazing. But I know that, you know, it's not for everyone, is it? It's not. You know, some people have said, you know, I don't like layering, and I'm like, that's fair enough, you know. Me, I don't know any other way. That's just how I've taught myself. I layer stupid amounts, but that's just how I am. I can't change it. It's my style. But I like to do it. I find it quite therapeutic for me. I love to sit and layer and get a result that I'm happy with. And then there's times where I do want a mindless picture with some, you know, markers and just a small amount of layering and stuff. And I do that quite often on my Hannah girls. Okay, now I'm getting the Hooker's Green in 159. This is all the Polychromos. And I'm going to put down where I would like that. You colour how you colour and you enjoy it, and that is all you should care about. If you want to layer, layer. If you don't want to layer, don't do it. You know, this is just... So this is like a hangout for everyone, isn't it? And you kind of get to pick up any colour combinations that you might not have thought about. And I'm discovering things when I jump on here myself. And we're learning together, and that's the whole thing. That's the great thing about this hobby. As cheesy as that is, we all learn. We all learn. You know, I'm always learning. I've got loads of things to learn now. I'm going to be a busy girl. I'm going to be super busy, aren't I? Thanks, Robin. And then I'm going to get back my earth green yellowish, and again just blend the pencil lines out before we put in some black. Because the black just deepens it all. I just really fancied a different green in here. Okay, now the black, and again I'm just sort of like deepening, you know, because we've got some separation here. I just wanted to separate it a bit, so you can just put in some black lines back in, because there is some black lines in there. You know, like I do with my hair. But it also like separates where it's sort of all got clogged against each other. Okay, then I'll zoom you out. So today we've got a fair amount like sort of planned and mapped out. So these colours, I mean, they're pretty much done on these main ones up here. We are going to come back to these types. We are going to come back to these teal colours. That's why I've written them down, because we're going to come back to them, because I didn't want to continue just doing the same part over and over, otherwise it can get very tedious. So what we've done is sort of mapped out where we're going to go with each colour. So we've got a few colours going on now. We've got our teals, we've got our lighter greens, we've got our darker greens, we're going to do a couple of corals in that combination that I need to write down. We've got our gold started. I mean, I might do this bit gold, we'll plan that. We've got our hair started, I've missed a tiny little wisp. We've got these little things, I need to finish these. You know, these here, I don't know if you can see, but this spiky thing is the same as that spiky thing there. We can play around with the colours, we can move them about. We're going to kind of keep to this, this sort of scheme, colour scheme, but we'll play around a little bit with it and do it a bit differently in certain places. So I'm going to write, while I'm here, while I'm on the stream, I'm going to write down those greens. So we're going to put down the green, yellowish, earth green yellowish, so EG yellowish, and that's in 168. Then it was deep, sorry, just bear with me, otherwise I won't remember them, Colbert green, and that's in 158. And then Hooker's green, and that's in 159, and black. Okay, so we've got all our colours written down now. Thank you. So yeah, we're kind of getting there. I'll quickly show you, I'll quickly show you my work in progress and tell you what colours I'm using on that, and then I'm going to disappear, and then what I might do is just start some of these and then we can kind of get this going. But to be honest, there's not a huge amount left. It's just little fiddly things now, because we're going to repeat some of these colours anyway, introduce some others just on her jewellery, and then the background. And actually this won't take too long. It is just, it's not more to do, it's just tiny little tedious bits that might take a while. But like these parts, you know, they're these greens, the bubbles are the same teals, so if anyone wants to do that, this colour combination will be the same down here, and then these tubular things will be the same, and then I'm going to bring these greens down, so it's just going to be like messing around with the same colours. And then this one, which I'm doing in my spare time, I just want to show you the colours on this. So if anyone's interested, these tentacles have got so many going on, you will be like, what? Are you crazy? There is too many colours. Right, but I will tell you what I'm doing. So this is starting out only. So if you can see, I'm layering down like here. And then I've got my tentacles going. Anyway, so these are polychromos that I'm using on this paper. This book is called Hanbok Fairy Tales by Wu Yang, is it Wu Yang something? I can't remember the name. Wu San Yang or... Oh, anyway, it's on Etsy. Just look for that. Look for that cover. And this combination is polychromos. Now, it is a lot of layers, so I am going to give you like a lot of layers and a lot of colours. If you're willing to do them, the result is this. I love the result. So it's a lay down of cinnamon first. So here is like laying down cinnamon, just as your base coat. Then you're going in with, it was Indian red, just a bit. And again, that's just around the edges. As you can see, around the tentacles, I've gone in with the Indian red. Then I have put in burnt carmine in 193. This is all polychromos. Then I have gone in, I know it's a lot of colours, guys, but bear with me. I've gone in with some magenta. And I've also gone in with some red violet. And then the tentacles, I've put red violet and blue violet. And then I've blended the middles in with my beloved Buff Titanium Luminance. Now, I've got these other colours here, but to be honest, I'm not using them. They are the colours. So, I'll recap for you. It's a lot, I know, but trust me, it's worth the payoff. So, it's Indian red, burnt carmine, cinnamon, magenta, red violet and blue violet, and a luminance Buff Titanium. And when you sort of put those together and mishmash them about and play with them about and do stuff, you can get some really nice results. So if anyone's asked me, because I've had a couple of people ask me about this combination, and I was like, well, are you ready? Are you actually ready for the amount that I am going to tell you? Thank you so much. So yeah, so I hope that that was helpful. So Kate, are you streaming tonight at 8 o'clock our time? So that it's 6 o'clock our time, so it's another 2 hours wherever you are. So I'm really happy with that. And then of course we're doing our lovely girl on stream. And then the only one that I have done in my spare time, honestly, I've just not been able to colour at all. I finished this one yesterday. Which was the Hannah Lynn one, Cinderella, and I'm really happy with the water. Look how, I don't know if you can see, but it's like stickles. It's like sparkles, stickles. I love stickles. So that was yesterday's one, and that was Touch 5 markers, Prismacolors, and I think I used Luminance as well. So I was really happy. And then I've got this one as well on the go. I'm doing this one in my own spare time. Sorry about shaking the camera, I keep hitting it. I'm doing that one as well in my spare time, which is Red Riding Hood, which I'm really happy about, and I just got to like start shading it and stuff. So yeah, that's what I have been up to in stages, but that's it. So I hope you all enjoyed that. I'm so sorry about the amount of colours I've used so far, but we'll get there. I don't know what I've just put on that. Something has come off on her. Oh my lord, what have I done? She's got something on her face. Sorry guys, just bear with me. I'll have to take that out with some light peach. I don't know what that was. But I really want to put some more purple in her face. Thank you so much. No, don't ever be sorry for that, okay? It's like dinner time and stuff where you are. But yeah, so we'll leave it at that. As long as I'm okay, hopefully my back plays ball. I'll be back on Tuesday. If I can fit another one in, I will. Alicia, what, you want me to zoom in? On what? On what bit? thank you. No, thank you for joining, Ashley. And I hope that it wasn't too long for some of you, because I know I've done quite a long stream today. I think I've been on for just over 2 hours. So you all take care. You have a great weekend. We'll pick this back up. Oh, thank you so much for joining. So yeah, we will finish. Won't finish on the next one. We will finish off continuing the small bits, and then we'll get what we can done on the next one. So take care, everyone. Have an amazing weekend. And I'll see you Tuesday at 4 PM my time. And if I can pull another stream, it will be impromptu, so I can't tell you what day. But if I can, you'll see me do the little bell, ring the bell thing, and you'll get the notification. So thanks, guys, and I will see you on Tuesday. Bye.